Guys, nandito na si VP Sara. Ayan. Good afternoon po.
So ma'am, was PRRD na better mood today than yesterday?
Yes. Today was a very good day and a very productive visit. So I'm happy that we discussed so many things because I was with my son. So we discussed about sports, we discussed about education, we discussed about scholarships and who should benefit from scholarships. And then we discussed about girlfriends. Since he will, he will grow up, and then PRD gave him tips and gave him advice about relationships.
So talagang it was your son that was the joy of his day today.
Yes, oo. Everything was, all our discussion revolved around the life of a young boy who's 12 years old. And then he was visibly pleased when he saw his grandchild because he's tall already. The last time he saw him he's not that tall. He's 5'5" now at 12 pounds. That made me because he's so pleasantly surprised.
Sa politika po.
Politics. Wala. Remember, wala naman. Meron siya nabanggit about Marcos Batayo kung nasabihin yung mga binanggit niya. Alam nyo naman na lahat yun kasi nakikita niyo naman kung ano nangyayari sa bansa natin. He mentioned drugs as well in the current state of our country in terms of illegal drugs.
Okay, questions?
VP, may tanong po. Congratulations for the Office of the Vice President for receiving a non-modified statement. Opinion from COA, sorry. For 3 straight years under your leadership. What's your opinion with respect to this?
Well, it shows the transparency and accountability and the compliance of the Office of the Vice President with all the regulations required by law. So we are thankful for the hard work. I am thankful for the hard work of Office of the Vice President personally.
VP, how was your trip in South Korea? Could you tell us about your trip?
I did not go to South Korea.
Or your last year?
Australia.
But you answered a lot of questions about Australia already. So it's already in advance. But are you planning to visit other countries?
Yes, ma'am. There is a Filipino community event already confirmed on July 27 in South Korea.
Oh yeah, that's the one. So ano pong gagawin doon? Just a community event?
It's a Filipino community program. They organized it, and we were invited as speakers. So yes.
Does it mean sorry, go ahead.
Yes, we confirmed on the schedule because I wanted to thank the Filipino community as well in South Korea. Personally, thank them. I've always been thanking, and I've always expressed my gratitude to the Filipino communities worldwide. But when we receive invitations, we really try to accommodate it so that we can personally thank everyone.
Does it mean po ba na doon po kayo sa South Korea during the SONA?
During the SONA, I'll be traveling back to the Philippines. It's the travel day from
Vice President, ano po yung reaction ninyo? What does it mean when you told your spokesperson of the Office of the Vice President, Ruth Castello, that she will not be the top dog of the Office of the Vice President? What's the motivation behind this
Oo, because her job is for the institution, it's for the office of the vice president. No, it's not political, it's not for me. So that is why she will only bring good news, accomplishments, and announcements of the office of the vice president.
Not the other way.
Nag-aatake sa inyo.
No. We do not want to besmirch the reputation of our office.
VP, speaking po ng kay spokesperson so nabanggit po niya na meron daw additional 170 million sa budget na for next year. So ngayon po ang current budget na na-approve ng BBM ay 903 million.
Yes.
Then sabi po ni spokesperson Castelo, for additional employees na po and other IT equipment, yung sa cost na yun. So, saan po gagamitin exactly yung IT equipment? So, ano po yung purpose ng additional employees?
It is best since the office of the vice president already has a spokesperson, no, and she has been allowed to discuss matters regarding everything about the office. So let's just direct the questions to her when she does her press con. She will conduct our regular press con.
VP, I know this question has been asked many times. Yung impeachment na nakahang pa rin sa'yo, how are you going to address the allegations of, for example, fictitious names as beneficiaries of the fund?
It can be very well addressed during trial. So our lawyers are preparing for the trial and collecting pieces of evidence and gathering affidavits from witnesses that they will present during trial. But let me just say this, no, na I think it is wrong for everyone to pick up as truth or as a fact all the pronouncements of the members of the House of Representatives, particularly with the fictitious names, because there are rules in intelligence operations, and you already heard some of intelligence people who work in intelligence say that aliases are often used in intelligence operations. So, yeah.
So it can be deduced that the fictitious names are not real names but aliases.
That can be discussed during the trial, ma'am. I do not want to elaborate on intelligence operations. We have an intelligence expert on our side, two actually, who will be our resource persons. So let us wait for the trial. And as I said yesterday, if there is no trial, then I will answer it publicly. Which is, I just want to wait what will happen to the articles of impeachment.
Ma'am, regarding naman po sa case ng inyong ama, so yung defense team po, si Attorney Kaufman, he seeks to present po yung Senate findings ng committee po or ng panel po ng Senator Amy Marcos. So napag-usapan po ba ninyo yun, yung Senator Marcos, nung magkasama po kayo sa Malaysia? Tsaka sa tingin po ninyo, ano po ba maging epekto na itong paggamit, kung papayagan po magamit itong panel report dun sa ICC case?
I've not discussed the findings of the committee of Senator Marcos with her. I do not know. They had a private meeting, Attorney Kaufman and Senator Marcos. They had a private meeting here in The Hague when she came for the rally. And I do not know what they discussed. And Attorney Kaufman is careful as well on what he discusses with me because there are some things, there are many parts of the defense strategy that are confidential and are privileged between the lawyer and the client.
Ma'am, kamusta po pala yung inaayos nyong oath-taking for mayor of your father? Is it going to happen?
Hindi po ako nag-aayos ng oath-taking niya, ma'am. Inaasikaso po yun ng kanyang mga abogado sa Pilipinas. So hindi ko po alam kung anong update ng mga lawyers niya sa Pilipinas. Andito po ako para bumisita kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at magbigay ng makita ng support.
Hindi ko na question. Nakita niyo po yung mga evidence ni Claire Castro na half of the evidence po is blanco, na mga barangays that free, drugs free daw po to be day, tapos masyado daw makapal yung mga list, pero half of that is empty. Ano po masasabi niyo?
Well, it's not surprising coming from the administration, no? They fabricate many things and many accusations. So I would not be surprised if they fabricate data with regard to the drug situation.
So, sample po ito siya ng fake news.
Absent a law on fake news, kung ano yung hindi totoo, hindi truthful, and faithful to the facts, that would be fake news.
I know we ask this all the time. Meron po bang mensahe si President Duterte sa mga kababayan niya?
Kanina, masyadong mahaba kasi I'm sorry ha. Kanina, he had no message for everyone. It was so long and somehow hindi ko na nakuha lahat. I'm so sorry.
Pero maybe to follow up on that, is our former president ever tired of us asking about his message to us? Kasi meron nagtanong.
No. I ask him his message every day. Pero gist ko na lang yung kanina na sinasabi niya ha. Sinabi niya, lahat ng ginawa niya ay para sa bansa. At sinabi niya, hindi lahat ng mga nakakulong. He was directing it to my son actually. Sabi niya, not all people in detention are bad. I am not here because I am a kidnapper, I am a robber, I am a holdover, I am a thief. I am here because I did things for my country. And I do not regret going after criminals and going after people dealing in illegal drugs for my country. So yun yung gist ha. Medyo mahaba yun ganun. Pero yun.
Pwede ako magtanong tungkol kasi kaibigan mo si Amy Marcos. Kasi palagi ako papunta dito, walang naglatanong tungkol sa dalawang mo. Nung nagpunta ka sa Villamor Alves, natanong mo ba ni Amy Marcos na saan siya? Kasi hindi ka pinapasok eh. Tapos yung si Alcotera nakapasok. Yun lang ang tanong ko. Kasi kaibigan mo siya. Di ba kung
hindi ko siya.
kaibigan mo siya, nandoon siya sa'yo?
Wait ma'am, sandali ha.
Kasi
Hindi ko na kasi maalala ma'am. Tingnan ko lang yung chat namin ma'am. Nag-usap kami nung araw na yun. March 11 yun, no?
Okay, country po, sasagutin.
Hanapin ko lang ma'am kung meron kaming chat that day, March 11. Pero sa maalala ko lang ma'am, wait lang. Tingnan na lang natin.
ganda ng weather ngayon dito.
Mahaba din yung chat namin. Sandali lang. Nasa May pa tayo. Nasa May 10 pa tayo. May 7 pa tayo. May 1. May isang buwan pa. April 12.
Go ako.
April 6. Tayo pa.
Nag-ano siya eh, nag-ganon-ganon siya tuloy. Nasa bus.
March 11.
because BP is very trusted with Amy Marcos. Baka yan ang gulo sa 2028. Yes,
Cool ka lang, cool ka lang.
Wala kami during the ano, ma'am.
That is very important, BP.
Wala, ma'am. Wala kami.
Hindi mo siya natanong.
Actually, natanong, ma'am, kung,
Nasaan
kung
siya?
pwede ang nasaan siya. Hindi ko siya natanong, ma'am.
Bakit hindi siya doon sa kung papat siya sa iyo, papat siya sa mga dalawa. Kasi nakikipag-aral mo siya sa iyo, naging kaibigan mo yun.
Ma'am,
Tapos wala siya sa Villamor Airways.
hindi naman ako, hindi ako spokesperson ni Senator Amy Marcos. Pero, in fairness to her, ang dami nang wala doon sa Villamor Air Base, ma'am. Ang dami talaga na nagsasabi na para kay President Duterte sila at sumusuporta sila kay President Duterte, pero wala sila doon sa Villamor Air Base.
Pero ang girlfriend,
Okay. Next question.
Wait lang, ma'am, just
Next question.
Yes,
BP.
cut,
BP,
ano?
ano lang, BP, question lang. Napakinggan ko yung interview ni Manong Chavit sa Bilyonaryo na pag kumandidato po daw po kayo sa 2028, full support po daw po siya sa youth. Dahil nagka-amnesia na daw po si Alzheimer na si
BBM.
BBM. Ano po masasabi niyo kay Manong Chavit?
Well, nagpapasalamat ako kay former Governor Chavit Singson. In fact, tumatawag siya sa akin twice bago yan lumabas ang interview. Tumawag siya sa akin. Twice ko din na hindi nakatanggap yung call niya, na miss call lang siya. Tapos nung nag-message naman ako sa kanya na tatawag ako, hindi na siya nakasagot. Baka busy din kasi. So, nagpapasalamat ako sa kanyang suporta. At
Yes.
isa siya sa mga tao na kilala ko na maayos kausap at may prinsipyo na.
Yeah, opo. Thank you po. Yes.
Another question. That's 3 years from now, the presidential election. But right now, what does the VP want to do as the Vice President and once and for all address the criticisms that you've been not doing your job but just going around the world? So, ano po yung plano natin?
Yes, ma'am. Very recently, we did our Pasidungog, no? Doon sa Pasidungog ay binigay na namin yung report namin sa taong bayan kung ano yung isang taon na nangyari sa Office of the Vice President. At binigyan din namin ng recognition yung mga partners namin for the past year sa Office of the Vice President. Since tinanggal na ng House of Representatives or ng Congress yung medical and burial assistance ng Office of the Vice President, ang naiwan na lang sa mga projects namin ay pagbabago yung Million Learners and Trees campaign. This is a campaign for education targeting 1 million school children by 2028 and targeting 1 million trees by 2028. And then ang next namin is ang Magnegosyo Taday namin. This is targeting women's association and LGBT groups or individuals who want to access financing for their micro or small enterprises. And then next is we still have our disaster operations center. Yun sila araw-araw yung nagbibigay ng tulong namin kapag merong sunog, may baha, merong evacuees dahil sa pagsabog ng bulkan or dahil sa bagyo, kung ano man yung problem doon sa area of responsibility nila. And then we also have the Libreng Sakay program. Ito yung mga buses na pinahiram sa Office of the Vice President. So ang ginawa namin ay nilagay namin sila sa mga ruta na kailangan ng augmentation, transportation during high traffic hours. And then ang next namin is yung Pansarap program namin. This is the feeding program namin wherein we target school children, malnourished school children for 120 days we do our feeding program. In fact, meron kaming quite a funny story dito sa pansarap namin na project, no? Dahil after 120 days, nagkaroon kami ng beneficiary na naging obese ang kanyang weight. So nagka-problema na naman kami kasi sabi nung aming project manager, hindi pwedeng obese ang isang bata. So kailangan dun sila pumasok sa weight para sa edad nila. So yun po yung mga projects ongoing for the office of the Vice President. And dagdag doon sa mga ginagawa ng opisina namin doon sa loob ng Office of the Vice President and mga satellite offices namin, no? We have in Pangasinan, in Isabela, in National Capital Region, and then we have Western, Central, and Eastern Visayas. We have BARM, we have Western Mindanao, Southern Mindanao, and Caraga, and Bicol. So, yan yung mga ginagawa nila. And then, para sa akin, dinadagdag namin yung mga invitations as various associations, and then yung invitations ng Filipino communities abroad, mainly to discuss what happened to President Duterte at anong nangyari doon sa kanyang extraordinary rendition, and yung justice ng ICC, justice na ginagawa ng ICC holding an 80-year-old man in detention knowing he has health problems. And then yung discuss din namin during our Filipino community events, kung ano ba yung mga gusto makita ng mga kababayan natin, lahat ng mga OFWs na nakatira or nakatrabaho abroad, dahil napakaraming best practices around the globe. And then finally, we discuss what is happening right now in our country. So yan yung mga ginagawa namin.
Ma'am, kailan ang next visit niyo? Kita
Wala pa ako schedule kasi medyo mahaba yung schedule ni Veronica dahil school break na niya eh. So mahaba yung kanyang time.
But you will be here, wala lang schedule.
Wala ako dito. Pag wala akong schedule sa bisita, wala din ako dito. Nandito lang ako pag may schedule ako sa bisita.
Some days na po, ma'am.
One question, ma'am.
4 times a week.
Ma'am, I have a question. As an excellent, hardworking Vice President with 3 consecutive unmodified opinion from SOA, what is your message to your detractors who tries to pull you down to the mud when in fact you're shining like a star?
Sinabi ko na yan. Kuya, wag ko na ito.
Parang siya,
Beauty contest, beauty queen answer, no? Grabe. No, as I said, diba, before, when they started, sabi ko, you just try and drag me to hell, then we'll see.
VP, mabuhay ka, mahal ka ng mga Pilipino.
Yes.
One more question po.
Oo.
VP, kasi di ba since March po, nung dinala po dito si former president, and then until now, meron pong relatives from the Duterte family. Meron na po ba kayong estimate na kung magkano na po ginagastos ng family doon sa pagbisita niyo po dito for the past 3 months po?
Naku, hindi. Hindi kami nagkakwenta ng gastos namin sa pagbigay ng suporta kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. As I'm sure hindi nagkakwenta ito.
Okay.
Yeah, speaking of funds, legal funds, how is it that, of course, as the proceedings drag, may legal funds na i-incur with paying the defense team? So, you mentioned before na hati-hati din among the family members. Is the accessing the legal defense fund at the ICC is on the table or still not considering it?
Wala ako. I don't remember anything. I don't remember saying noon na hati-hati kami sa legal funds. Ang legal funds po ay pinag-uusapan ng client at ng lawyer. So, medyo confidential po yun. Hindi po sinasabi ng lawyer kung ano yung napag-usapan nila ng client niya, no? So, sa kanila yon. But sa travel namin, kanya-kanya po yung gastos. Hindi po kami kumukuha sa isang common fund or ano. Kanya-kanya po hanap ng resources para makabisita kay dating Pangulong.
Thank you,
Okay,
VP.
thank you kasi
Thank you,
nandyan
VP.
yung